谢谢发言人。中新社记者提问：据报道，日前美国务卿卢比奥发。
According to recent statements, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said that the U.S. stands with a Philippine ally in rejecting China's destabilizing plans to establish a national nature reserve at Scarborough Reef. Beijing claimed Scarborough Reef as a nature preserve as another coercive attempt to advance territorial and maritime claims in the South China Sea at the expense of its neighbors. He called on China to abide by the 2016 Arbitral Tribunal's decision, was China's comment. China has made its position clear on that issue and made a serious protest to the U.S. today over the wrongful remarks. Huangyan has always been China's territory. It is China's sovereign right to create a national nature reserve for the island, which is legitimate, lawful, and beyond reproach. With the joint efforts of China and the ASEAN countries, the South China Sea has been generally stable. The U.S. is not a party to the South China Sea issue, but has repeatedly made irresponsible remarks, caused problems, and meddled in the maritime issues between countries concerned. The U.S. has also brought in individual countries to sow discord and fear and disrupt the South China Sea, which has otherwise been tranquil all along. The arbitration that you just mentioned is nothing but a political farce orchestrated by the U.S., orchestrated as a political process. The so-called decision is illegal, null and void, which is not binding. China does not accept or recognize it. Who's committed to defending the international rule of law and the peace and stable South China Sea, and who's been a disruptor and troublemaker? The answer is quite clear. The U.S. should keep its hands off the South China Sea and the hands that have been the source of disinformation, tension, and confrontation, and give the South China Sea its tranquility back. China will continue to work with ASEAN countries to fully and effectively implement the Declaration of the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea and actively move forward with consultation on the Code of Conduct and jointly build the South China Sea into a sea of peace, friendship, and cooperation.